Let's talk sound design. How's it going, everyone? I'm Aaron Dati. Welcome to another Wedding Walkthrough Wednesday. Today we will be talking about sound design. So sound design is something that you could very much implement into like all kinds of filmmaking, not just wedding filmmaking. So if you are a documentary filmmaker, or you make short films, or you are a product videographer, having sound design is so key just to add that little extra dimension to your films and to whatever you create. It just, again, adds more dimension, more depth into that the audience that can be driven or like drawn to. And a lot of things to consider when you are like adding sound design, or you are on that stage of editing your film or your wedding film or your documentary work, is to like look at the scene itself and see, okay, there are like visual sounds I could actually add into this clip, and then like look past it, because again, you wanting to fill the ears of the listener or the watcher with like different sounds, not just what they see in front of you, but like around you. So say for instance you are in a forest and you have a shot of the forest. You don't just want like sounds of like whatever's in the shot. Say it's like a deer or something, or like a bird. You don't want just the sound of that bird. You want other sounds like birds flying by, maybe like a airplane, or maybe the a sound of like the leaves crunching on your footsteps, or the cicadas, or just the wind going through the air, going through the trees. Like you want to like very much look at sound through like a 360 dimension, not just like one view in one angle. So look at both like sounds that are like visually you see in the shot, and then externally outside the shot that you know could add a little bit more like emphasis and depth. So if you do have drone footage, you definitely want to add more like ambience and sound design to that footage, just because like your drone isn't going to pick up any scratch audio. I mean, that's for certain, like maybe in the future, but the drones now, or that we're working with in 2021, they don't have that feature. But adding more sound design, so say it's a cityscape shot, and you want to just like emphasize how much you hear in the city. You hear traffic, you hear maybe like people yelling and hollering or calling for a cab, I don't know. You hear the wind going through the air, birds flying by, airplanes going by. There's a whole lot to do with all those establishing shots, so having as much audio or sound design as you can really adds more depth to the film or to that shot. And the same goes with just every clip that you have. Just try to think of like different ways of adding audio. There's like ambient audio, so like room tone, wind, like just like like little chatter, like that ambient audio. And then like actual practical audio that you actually see happening. So someone cutting a fruit, you want to like have a sound effect of the fruit like getting cut up, like hitting the knife hitting the cutting board, and the sound of like fruit like getting juices squirted out. I don't know why I chose that, but yes, that just adding more sound design really helps with building more depth to the film. Like I can't stress that enough, and it is one of those aspects or skill sets I still myself are am trying to like improve on, but like being more cautious or conscious about like adding that element to your films really does like elevate your overall like work. So every film you do get or you work on, you definitely want to just get better at adding more audio, adding more sound design. And the way to really see if it was worth it at the end, because you're gonna be like you're gonna be putting those sound design on, and you're gonna be like, man, this like, is this even worth it? So what you're gonna do is you wanna like turn off all the sound effects that you put on, listen to the clip, close your eyes, don't even watch it, put that audio back on, and you'll see a huge difference. It really does paint the picture for your films, just because like sound is just a whole nother dimension to filmmaking that a lot of people look over. And like to have a really good film, you need like all three to be really great. You need good visuals, you need good audio, and you just need a good story. As tedious as it can be, sound design really does make a film. And I'll be honest, like there's a lot of films out there that have great sound design, and there's a reason for it. I mean, they're great for that reason, just because there's more depth and there's more dimension to every shot. And I think that's a huge part in becoming and being great at filmmaking, is just constantly adding more to your craft or more to your work and improving upon it every single time you have to work on another project. Ask anyone that creates films, like if they do incorporate sound design, like you'll see the difference from their very first film without sound design to their film now, and it's a huge difference, and it really does add a lot more depth. Like I can't say that word enough, depth, just because like it really does add that much, and it's totally worth it. Even though you might not be thinking that when you are adding it and you are like 3 hours deep into sound design and it's like, man, I just want to like go to sleep. Yeah, it's worth it. That's all I got for today's video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Like the video if you liked it, share it if you're into that, consider subscribing if you're not already, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date when I post new videos. As always, follow me on all them social medias at AaronTattooFilms, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.